Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Nostalgia Show. I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful New Year's and welcome to the first show of the year. Now the funny thing is, as soon as the New Year's Eve ball dropped, I had a deeper voice than James Earl Jones. Now who knew it only took one ball to drop to do that?
I find your lack of humor disturbing.
And the funny thing is, the next morning when I woke up, softer voice than Michael Jackson. So crazy stuff, man, crazy stuff. Anyways, let's get this show started with retro new news. Now, the first bit of news, and the only bit of news I have, because it's the beginning of the year and there isn't much news, is that Retro Games Limited is releasing finally a new plug-and-play. Is that Retro Games is releasing the Atari 400 Mini. Now it's available March 28th, 2024. So this year. Now the half-size version is going to be emulating the whole Atari 8-bit range. So that's including the 400, the 800, the XL, the XE series, and 5200. Now it's including the CX stick, which is a classic Atari CX40 joystick. And it has 7 additional integrated function buttons. Now I'm really looking forward to this because I never had a Atari growing up. I was a Commodore 64, Commodore VIC-20 kid. And in schools, the only thing we had was the Apple IIs. So definitely interested to see what the Atari had back then and see how it functions and how cool it is. Now the pre-order is up on the Amazon. It is for $99, which is a fair price for these plug-and-play computers. It's going to come with 25 games, and then you can also load your own games up through a flash drive. So it has 720p resolution, 50 or 60 hertz, 5 USB ports, so that's pretty awesome. You can save your progress anywhere. You can display frames, so basically you could put frames around the screen to make it more attractive. So surround your gameplay with one of 12 attractive frames. I'm guessing that is due to the screen size of the display of the games and such. So you'll have a frame around that to make it look more attractive. It has a rewind mode up to 30 seconds, so you can rewind back 30 seconds. Like I said, it has 25 built-in games. You can load your own games, like I said, through the flash drive. And it's compatible with other controllers, so many USB game controllers. And so that means probably you can use the ones that came with the C64 Maxi, C64 Mini, and probably the Amiga 500. All those controllers will probably be compatible, and some other ones. Now as you can see here is what's in the box. There is the CX stick, which is basically just the Atari 2600 controller, standard, but a USB one. There is the gamepad. I don't believe that's coming with it, but this gamepad did come with the Amiga 500. So you could use that. And there is the other joystick. Now this joystick came with the C64 Mini and Maxi, and I have 2 of those. So it's pretty awesome. Can't wait to play this. And let's check out this little video here and see what we got to offer. We got that cool looking look to it, the iconic colors for late 70s computers, early 80s. And as you can see, you can play many different games. There's Centipede, there's, I don't know what that is. I don't know a lot of these games actually. I know that's Berserk because I didn't grow up with a, like I said, an Atari 800 or 500. None of the Atari computers crossed my path. I was a C64 kid. VIC-20 was my first computer, C64, followed by. And in school, we never had Atari. We only had the Apple IIs. So available March 28th. So awesome. Like I said, it's up for pre-order already. And it is $99. So pretty awesome. So anyways, that is it for Retro New News. Now, let's check out Mail Day. Okay, for the January Mail Day. Now these are things that I basically got in December from friends and family, and things that I picked up around the holiday season, Christmas season, and lots of fantastic things. So I'm going to run through it pretty fast. But the first thing that I got is from my friend Cliff, and that is the Kunio-kun collection. So there is 1, 2, and 3, which I'll see if I can hold them all up at the same time. Now these are basically the River City Ransom characters in the sports titles. So these only came out in Japan, so they have like hockey, basketball, baseball, volleyball, I believe, and a few other sports. So there's two per cartridge, and they're pretty awesome. So they didn't come out in America, but these are the wacky zaniness of the Kunio-kun characters just in the sports titles. So there is a little bit of zaniness, and you can hit each other and do different things. But pretty fun. Can't wait to play those on my analog pocket. Next collection that I got is one I've been waiting to dig into. I did download it for the Xbox, haven't gotten around to playing it, but now I got the Nintendo Switch version. I'll probably play that first, and that is the Sea of Stars. So this is the Asian version, and I believe that the difference is it has a soundtrack and maybe an art book or something in there. So we'll open up that and check it out, but it looks pretty awesome. Can't wait to play it. I've heard nothing but good things. Even my friend Cliff's hooked on it and playing it, so he really likes it. Now the next game that I got is from Premium Games, and that is the Mighty Fight Federation. Now these are awesome way they pack these things. They come in like a Super Nintendo box, and they come with some extras in there and things, and we'll have to check out what it came with. But this is a competitive 4-player arena fighting game. An interesting thing about this, it actually has special guest characters. Toe Jam and Earl, Ukulele, Kunio and Ricky from River City Ransom that we were just talking about, and Kunio-kun, and Miriam from Bloodstained. So it looks pretty awesome. So I can't wait to play this arena style fighting game. And like I said, that is Mighty Fight Federation. And another one from Premium Games is Eagle Island Twist. Now this looks really interesting. This is a platform game with 57 handcrafted stages. It's 16-bit graphics. And gather gems and trade them for legendary feathers like the Golden Lamara form, which casts Kukyu off, or I don't know, speed of light, whatever that means. But it looks pretty awesome. It's supposed to be like a platformer shooter and so on. And that is Eagle Island Twist, so it looks pretty awesome. Now the next bit of games that I got is for the Evercade, and I can't wait to play them, and that is the Duke Nukem collection. And that is the first one here. They each have 3 games. So this has Duke Nukem Remastered, Duke Nukem 2 Remastered, and Duke Nukem 3D Total Meltdown. And this one has Duke Nukem Time to Kill, Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, and Duke Nukem Advance. So if you like Duke Nukem, then the Evercade has 2 collections for you that are fantastic. Can't wait to dig into those. And I'm going to try to run through things pretty fast. These games, I'm just going to go through them pretty fast. And we will see reviews in the future on them. All Switch games, I'm pretty sure they look like. So next collection we'll run through pretty fast. And these are all Switch games that I've gotten. And this first one is the Double Dragon collection. So this has Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 3, Super Double Dragon Advance, and Double Dragon 4. I had a few of these, but I didn't have Super Double Dragon, and I didn't have Double Dragon Advance, so definitely looking forward to playing those. Double Dragon Advance for the Game Boy Advance was a fantastic Double Dragon, and definitely worth checking out, so I can't wait to play that again. Now I got Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Let me know if you played this. This supposedly people who played this said this is what the next jet grind radio should be like. So I definitely can't wait to check this out if that's the case, because I'd have heard nothing about it until someone said that in their and passed it down to me, and I was like, if that's that good, I must play it because I like jet grind radio. The Dead Cells return to Castlevania. So definitely looking forward to playing that. Dead Cells is a fantastic game in its own. And now with the Castlevania, that's pretty awesome. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Let me know if you ever played any of the Mega Man Battle Network games. I have not, so I can't tell you if they're good or not. I've heard some people love them, so I'm definitely worth checking that out. Smurfs 2. The Prisoner of the Green Stone. So this looks interesting. I'm always into Smurfs, so definitely looking forward to playing that. Dragon Quest Monsters. So fantastic for the Nintendo Switch. Become the master of monster kind. Now I have played these games in the past on other systems, and I definitely like Dragon Quest Monsters, so this is the Dark Prince, so it looks interesting. And the next game that I got is the Taito LD Game Collection. So this has Time Gal Remaster HD, this has Space Battle Yamato HD Remaster, and the Revenge of Ninja HD Remaster. I had to look those up because I'm not familiar with the next two. And these are our FMV games back in the day. And these are all polished up in an HD, released in a collection. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing these. These are similar to the Dragon's Lair games, FMV games, where you pick and choose and to different directions to move and so on. So FMV goodness, if you're into those types of games. Now the next two that I got was a back order forever from PlayAsia, and that is Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. These were supposed to be in the Halloween special, but it just got delayed so long. And Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater. So definitely, if you're into the Fatal Frame games, these will be in the next Halloween special. And I'll have plenty of time to get to do that, since it was so delayed. So that's awesome. Can't wait to play those. Batman Arkham Trilogy. And I heard only 2 of the games are passable. Third one's not. I don't know if it's been patched. And we will see how it turns out in the long end. So we'll see that. Now this one looks interesting. It's a shooter. Warhammer Bolt Gun. Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun. So if you're into the Warhammer games, this is supposed to be a pretty fantastic shooter for the Nintendo Switch. So definitely worth checking out. In the Shin-Chan game that I got before, this new game that on the Switch, but this is the Korean one. It was given to me from my friend Cliff. He found it at a video game store. I do have the English version, but here is the Hangul version. So that is pretty awesome. Hangule. Hanguge. That means Korean. So pretty awesome. And definitely looking forward to playing that. Okay, so the next thing that I got to show you is this awesome keepsake Hallmark. I don't know if you consider this an ornament, but a keepsake decoration. And this is the Doctor Who TARDIS. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, love it. And I do have it on display over there. Isn't that awesome? Wait till it turns around. So that is pretty awesome. And it does have a couple of phrases some of the doctors say, and a couple other things that it does. It does the old teleporting to other times. So pretty awesome. Really like the Doctor Who TARDIS over there. And let's see what else. Got this awesome puzzle from my friend Jenny. And it's a gentleman at an art fair that she met, and basically what he does is he finds old comics that are, you know, of course not expensive ones. I'm a Superman fan in general, so he finds these old comics at like swap meets or things like that, and people are getting rid of, and he restores them. Well, he doesn't restore them, but he turns them into puzzles. So basically I'll show a closer-up of this, but this is an actual puzzle that you can take apart and put it back together. So this is 172 pieces, and he puts the comic in back so you could still read it, but the actual front cover page is a puzzle, and it feels like it's made out of some kind of I don't know how they make these, with wood or something, but pretty awesome. So that was a great find. And this probably is one of the more awesome things and surprise to me. I found this at a toy store called Safari Hunt, and I was just kind of walking around just looking at things, and I saw a toy that I probably haven't had since I was 4 or 5, and definitely my earliest memory of Christmas now. And right away I knew what it was, and I've never thought of it since I was that old, so it's surprising that I remember what it was. And that is this wind-up Santa Claus that carries a little balloon on a tricycle, and if you wind it up, his little bell rings. And he's kind of fragile, and this would be kind of showing my age now, but these are made from the 50s to the 70s, and they started making little bunny rabbits in the 80s. It's called a company called MTU, and they are based in South Korea of all places. So if you ever have seen these, let me know, or if you had one. But there's a little Santa Claus, and he would just ride his little tricycle. It's got a little cute bell on the back with a swan and a rabbit. And I'm guessing the swan and rabbit would represent, I'm not sure if you know this is a swan, it's probably a duck. A duck and a rabbit represent the seasons of summer and winter. That's my guess, and I'm not sure 100%. Made by MTU, kind of like a wind-up tin with a plastic Santa Claus carrying a balloon. And like I said, never thought of this toy since I was that young, but it must have been really exciting when I was a little kid, because I still remember it to this day now. When I first saw it, right away I just said, oh my gosh, that's the toy I had when I was that young. So I probably would have got this in about 1978, 79, I'm guessing. So I've been 5 or 6, that's my guess. I could have been even a little younger, but I definitely remember the Santa Claus. And then when I looked it up, I automatically realized that this was definitely the Santa Claus because of the time frame that it came out. So that was really special, and must have been a big thing as a kid for me. Last but not least, my friend Cliff got me something really awesome. Surprise, that is the understatement, because I wasn't expecting this. But this is the Masters of the Universe Snake Mountain. This is the 2023 release. The box is kind of beat up. You did get a good deal on it, but it's 100% intact. It's really awesome. I'm gonna open it up anyways, so even though the box is messed up, don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna find a place to put this Snake Mountain in my collection. So I do have one version of the Castle Gray Skull. This is based off of the Origins, the original version of Snake Mountain. And that's the 2000X version, so that is not fits this one, but it's pretty cool to have at least one of each. I don't need the Origins version because I don't have a room for an Origins castle right now in my game room, and I'm gonna have to see if I have a room for this. I'll have to figure a spot and make it work. But it's cool to have a Snake Mountain for the Masters of the Universe, so place that Skeletor and all his henchmen can reside. So pretty awesome. And anyways, that is it for Mail Day. A lot of awesome stuff. Sorry it took so long. Let me know in the comments what stuff you got for Christmas or for the holiday season. What kind of things that really excited you that you got this year. Okay, so I finished putting it together. So there is the inside of the castle. We have the acid pit, Skeletor's chair, the wolf head, the trap door here, which when you put somebody on, let me put the ladder back in. Put somebody on into the throne, they trap down into the trap door. You can get them out through here, and you just push it back up, push the little switch to lock it in, and a big spider to drop down on people. So as you can see there, there's the spider. It just slots in there. A little peg. So pretty awesome. And Skeletor's throne, wolf head, can swivel. So it can swivel. That's where the microphone used to go back in the old day on the old castle. They had a microphone you'd speak through. They don't have it on Newstead, of course. Lava pit has two monsters that come out of it. Dragon's head. And so on. Giant acid monster of some sort. These can live in the acid. And you can't move this cage over to here when you're storing it. And this can be folded up, and we will do that next. So there is Snake Mountain, as you can see. I'm going in portable mode, so the microphone may not sound great, but there she is. Looks pretty awesome with the characters, so pretty awesome. Glad I could fit it on the shelf and kind of decorate it up. So pretty awesome. Anyways, now let's go on with I Meme to be Punny, Memes and Puns. Me, after watching 10 minutes of something on Netflix, it took me an hour to choose. Takes me forever to choose because I don't want to make the commitment. And usually when I do fall asleep in within 10 minutes.
It's 6:52 and we do it every
What's
day about
this?
Time. The viral video of the morning. It's Korea's latest workout invention that gives you shake weight.
I remember the shake weight.
Take a look at what we found. According to the YouTube... What is going on?
Is that a baby thing?
According to the YouTube description, this is to ride horses in front of their TV. Am I reading? What is going on? And like to keep
Oh, wow.
in their own home.
He's serious too.
Baltimore City Police have
That's
charged
funny.
the man. 31-year-old Dwayne Townsend is
Dwayne
charged
Townsend.
with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct on several occasions dating back to November of 2018.
And you see, that's what the problem is. Now, it's a beautiful day. I want to come outside with my shirt off, and I was just jogging, trying to get my body back in shape. And all of a sudden, I get hit stick like I'm on Madden, just boom, out of nowhere by a cop. And, you know, it scared the hell out of me. I was so scared, y'all, I didn't own myself. And I'm talking about I was wet. I was wetter than a well in a bubble bath drinking a bottle of water. Okay? And to myself,
wow.
I said, indecent exposure? Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What you want me to do? I'm a man. You want me to put on a bra? Man, that bra strap will snap like a bungee cord. Just go. And, you know, I just came out of court, and they just gave me 2 court dates. One for each titty.
That's too much. That dude's crazy. Oh man. And the funny thing is, I researched I was trying to figure out more about this guy because I wanted to know more about where he works and so on. Turns out that it's a YouTube channel, and he does create fake news articles that look darn real. At least I believe they're fake, unless he's egging on the he goes to different places to get news cover him, and he does fake ones. But I think he's actually creating all the content himself. And it's a comedy channel called The Real Spark, and he got fantastic stuff on his channel. So I'll put a link in the description for his videos. I think the first one with the guy working out with the new thing was real. So pretty funny stuff. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you liked it. Happy 2024. I hope it's a good one for you. I'm going to be moving up the Daily Nostalgia Show to the third Friday of every month instead of the first Friday. So it'll be posted the third Friday, still at 9 a.m. That way it gives me time to get stuff together that I get for mail day and show it off instead of showing off the prior month. So it'll be a lot better show that way. But every Friday there will be a video at 9 a.m. still. Just the third Friday of the month will be the Daily Nostalgia Show. And every time will be 9 a.m. on every Friday. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Take care, everybody. Until next time, have a good one.